Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending Stahl's Transfer Express webinar, Attending a Printing Trade Show. My name is Ryan Rafalke. I'm in inside sales. I've been with the company for about 2.5 years now and want to thank you all for attending. Throughout the presentation, please feel free to ask any questions that you might have. There's a little chat button there, and we do have some associates here ready to answer any questions that you might have. If for whatever reason your question is not addressed during the presentation, please feel free to email us at info@transferexpress.com, and we'll be sure to follow up with you later. So for today's agenda, we're going to be talking about what are trade shows, what types of trade shows exist, where are they, why you should attend, average costs, and just some basic trade show attending tips. So a trade show, in a nutshell, basically brings together an industry. It gives all the different aspects of the apparel business an opportunity to come together to display, demonstrate, and discuss their latest products and services. Typically, a trade show lasts between 2 and 3 days, and in general, they're held at convention centers. Now, sometimes they are held at hotel banquet rooms for smaller venues, such as the NNEP, which is the National Network of Embroidery Professionals. We'll talk about that a little bit later. One of our Stahl's strategic account managers, he does also host some smaller shows on the East Coast, and throughout the year. So, if you are looking for different shows, piece of advice, all you have to do is go to transferexpress.com, scroll down to the lower page where it says, it's bottom of the left-hand screen, it'll say company. Under company is the word events. Click on events, and all our upcoming trade shows for Transfer Express are listed there. One of the largest trade shows is known as the ASI, which stands for Advertising Specialty Industry. It's promotional products primarily. So what you're going to see if you go to one of the ASI events is about 600 suppliers, so rather large venue. Oftentimes they do have a famous keynote speaker. So there's one coming up in Orlando, and it's Madeleine Albright, who's Secretary of State from 1997 to 2001. Terry Bradshaw in Chicago. And at the end of the trade show, they typically have a show bash where everyone's invited. Orlando's is at Universal Studios, for example. I've seen them also at other places, but that's going to be a really nice one too. They do offer education sessions. Usually all on one day, so that some of the different education sessions will include tips on sales, social media, things geared for entrepreneurs, graphic design, branding, decoration, and business fundamentals. And they'll also discuss, there'll be a new product review section as well, so you can see what's new for the year. So again, with the ASI show, this year, a couple of different events for ASI. There's going to be Orlando in January 5th through 6th. I'll happen to be there myself, so please stop by our booth and say hi. The ASI Fort Worth in Texas will be in February, the 4th through the 5th. And then there's also one in Chicago in July 22nd through the 23rd. So definitely attend those if you have the opportunity. Well worth your time, and you'll learn a lot. Typically the costs, they are going to range depending upon how close you stay to the venue, the big cities. Obviously these are just generalizations here. Feel free to go online and shop around at different websites. You may find a better deal otherwise or elsewhere. But in general, if you stay relatively close to the convention center, hotels are discounted at about, and they're roughly running about $150 a night on average. If you happen to be a member of ASI, you would get free admission. If not, if you're not a member, the cost is about $10 a day. So you can go to ASI's website and look at what's required for admission or to be a member. Education is free to members. So again, another reason why you may want to sign up if you're not already a member at ASI. Otherwise, it'll be around $199 for education for non-members. One of the largest shows in Las Vegas is called the PPAI. This is a yearly event called through the Promotional Products Association International. They have a lot of similar exhibitors to the ASI events, but this one is typically has education spread over 4 days. A really, really large venue there. So to attend, though, you must be a PPAI member, or you can be a verified ASI supplier as well. Cost is free if you register early. So this year it's required by December 21st. Otherwise, $49 if you register 2 weeks before or at the door. Keynotes each day. The keynote speakers are usually less known than ASI speakers, so you won't have Madeleine Albright there, but again, there will be speakers there. Education tracks, so they're going to have things about incentives, corporate responsibility, marketing, decorating different products, diversity, sales strategies, different business strategies. If you're new to the industry, they'll give you classes on, what to do, customer service responsibilities, and what they call SAGE. Also, there's an awards dinner that is offered at the end, and Transfer Express actually has been awarded, as you see here on the left, what they call the Gold Pyramid. Stalls Transfer Express was awarded in both 2018 and 2019, the Pyramid Award. So they had that at the awards dinner. I was actually honored to accept the trophy on behalf of the company the last 2 years. This year, the PPAI will be held January 12th through the 16th. They will have exhibits open January 14th through the 16th. So again, 2 days before the exhibitors are available in the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, there will be some education sessions. So again, this is a very large venue. One of the biggest I've been to, and I've been to several over the last couple of years, probably about 30. But the Mandalay Bay is a beautiful property. If you have not yet been and you're interested, this is definitely a great show to go to. Another one is the Impressions Expo. This is actually put on by Impressions Magazine. It has been rebranded for 2020. It used to be called the Imprinted Sportswear Show, or the ISS. So now it's called the Impressions Expo. This is actually the largest custom apparel industry show in the United States. So they have one in Long Beach, California, and also one in Atlantic City. So the Long Beach one will be held in January, and the Atlantic City will be in March. So definitely, if you have not yet attended one of these, they're great shows to go to. So this is all about decorated apparel. So for those of you that are primarily decorating garments, this is very, very up your alley here. It's more focused than the ASI or the PPA shows we talked about just a minute ago. So you'll have a lot about screen printing and embroidery demos that are common there. You'll also see different suppliers with apparel. There'll be really large screen printing equipment there to show you how it's done. Lots of embroidery equipment. You'll have obviously Stalls and Transfer Express there with the heat printing equipment. Big and large printers for printing and cutting vinyl. Just about everything you can imagine with apparel decorating is there. Education sessions, we do a lot of education. So the show sponsors the education. So for both a fee and in the booth. So if you go to the booth, you'll see at Stalls that we do have chairs set up. We'll have a big screen in there, and there'll be somebody presenting, and those are free in the booth. Otherwise, there will be a slight fee. Now, this is open to all apparel businesses, so no membership is required or needed, which is great. So even if you're just getting started, this is still a great opportunity for you, and both great locations. So here's kind of an overview of the Impressions Expo this coming year for 2020. So Long Beach, California, we're going to be there January 17th through the 19th. We'll be going to the Impressions Expo in Atlantic City, March 19th through the 21st this year, and Baton Rouge, Louisiana, June 18th through the 20th. Then Orlando, Florida, from April 2nd to the 4th, and wrapping it up, Fort Worth, Texas, August 28th through the 30th. And this is a really good show, especially for sports apparel decorators, because there's a lot about sports apparel at these shows. So kind of going over the cost to expect if you do go to the Impressions Expo, also formerly known as the ISS, Imprinted Sportswear Show. The Expo Floor Pass, this is free if you register early. Now, if you wait 3 weeks, you have to you have to pay $36 if you pre-register the last 3 weeks. So highly recommend, even if you aren't 100% sure that you're going to be able to attend the show, sign up, because it's free right now. Otherwise, if you do wait to the last minute, you will have to pay $36 within the last 3 weeks of the show. If you come at the show the day of, or one of the shows, it's $45 at the door. There are single workshops, so that includes the Expo, included in the Expo Floor Pass. So $55 if you register early, $75 if you pre-register the last 3 weeks, and $100 at the door. So again, cannot emphasize enough the importance of registering early. So seminars, they do include all the seminars, the Floor Pass with no workshops. $135 if you register early, $180 pre-registered the last 3 weeks, $225 at the door. If you get the full package, it includes Expo Pass, the workshops, and the seminars, $180 if you register early, $249 pre-register the last 3 weeks, and $300 at the door. So again, the common theme here is register early, register today. You can just go to Impressions Expo online and it'll certainly pop up on Google. We also have a really popular one that we go to called the NBM Show. This is for awards and engraving, printwear, sign, and digital graphics. So NBM is the National Business Media, that's what it stands for, who happens to issue printwear, really popular magazine in the industry, and also sign and digital. Sign and digital graphics, awards, engraving, so they're talking about all kinds of different things in that industry. The show is divided into 3 segments. It is smaller than the Impressions show, which used to be ISS, but still has all the major exhibitors there. Business to business, no membership is needed, which is great too. So again, this is perfect for those who are getting started, that just want to learn about the industry. You get to see everything there. Again, there's a lot of screen printers. There will be a lot of embroiderers there. You'll have the big direct-to-garment machines. I've been to a couple NBM shows, and I've seen some pretty amazing things. They'll have the people that are looking to get into printing their own transfers, for example. They have these Oki printers, things along those lines. But again, they will cover everything that you need at the NBM show to get started. Transfer Express, of course, is there in stalls, and we do encourage you to stop by because we'll always give you free samples. We do also have, in addition to that, we'll have our different specials and things along those lines too. So here's an overview of the NBM shows for 2020. First one being, let's see here, going to Santa Clara, California in February. That one, the registration is open right now. That's February 7th through the 8th, 2020. We will also be going to Irving, Texas in March 12th through the 14th. Registration is open now. Providence, Rhode Island in May. We'll be there May 15th through the 16th. Registration opens February 7th for that. We're going to be going to Indianapolis, Indiana in July. Registration opens in March. We're going to be going to Richmond, Virginia, July 17th to the 18th. Registration for that is April the 10th. There's a NBM in Long Beach, California. It's going to be August 13th to the 15th. Registration is in May. And then we'll be wrapping up the NBM shows in Cleveland, Ohio. So definitely stop on by if you're from the Cleveland area. It's going to be a great show. September 25th through the 26th. Registration is there as open in June. So one of our insider tips here is that we will actually be having a big open house right before the Cleveland NBM show. So definitely stay tuned for that. Some exciting news to come. But again, that's not going to be till the fall. But again, something to mark on your calendar now. And even if you're not from the Northeast Ohio area, please come in. Cleveland has a lot to offer. Great city, especially that time of year. Beautiful time of year to be in Cleveland. So with NBM, early registration is free until the day before the show, and it includes unlimited education. So again, can't emphasize enough the importance of registering early, even if you are not 100% sure you're going to be going. Better safe to register now and have that so you're not worrying about the last minute having to pay anything. If you go to at the door, the admission is $25. So still not very bad if you are going last minute, but I encourage you to register as soon as possible. Also, there's a really popular show that's called the DAX, D-A-X. This is for the Decorated Apparel Expo. Now, it is a smaller show, but what's nice about that is now you have more time you can spend with the exhibitors. So you have more time to ask questions, more time to try out the products, try out the heat presses at the Transfer Express and stalls booths, bring samples that you want to press, things like that. So you have a lot more freedom to work with the exhibitors. In-class education, so you can actually attend education, on-floor education as well. So right at the booths, we'll be giving education. Located at smaller venues, but what's nice about that is it will have free parking. It's free. Anyone can attend. So perfect if you're just starting or thinking about starting a t-shirt business. So 2020, there's actually 3 different DAX shows. Kansas City is February 21st to the 22nd. There's one in Treasure Island, Minnesota in April 3rd to the 4th. And then there's Tinley Park, Illinois, which is just outside of Chicago. Beautiful area, definitely a nice time. And we definitely encourage you to, again, stop by the Transfer Express and stalls booths. We will give you free samples, a free t-shirt, and phenomenal deals on our specials, which we'll talk in a minute here. There's another one that's called the NNEP, which is the National Network of Embroidery Professionals. They have one that's what's called Embroidery Mart in Atlanta. It's going to be May 1st through the 2nd. That's at the Cobb Galleria Center in Atlanta. So definitely a good time when you get a chance. They do emphasize on embroiderers, though, at these shows. But there are apparel suppliers and other decorating methods will be presented there as well. So Transfer Express will be there displaying our heat printing technology using our heat presses. Education is included as well. Now, we have not yet received the cost for this show in Atlanta, but definitely in the near future, go to transferexpress.com, scroll down to the bottom of the page. In lower left, you'll see the company info, events. Click on the events. We'll be listing the embroidery mart there. When you click on that, it'll have a updated cost once it's available. It's just not available right now, but it is free to early registrants. So again, when you get an opportunity, highly recommend to register early. So with the There's also the EEM, which is the Everything Embroidery Mart. Now, this is the smallest show that we do exhibit at, but it's a lot of fun. It's geared more for crafters, though, and small home businesses. Tickets are $28. Most education is included, including our session. We'll definitely have a training session there. Some education sessions, such as the silhouette workshop, though, they do have a fee, and that one in particular is $125. Now, we'll be in Biloxi, Mississippi this year, March 13th through the 14th, and there's still a lot of vendors there. Nowhere near as big as the other ones I discussed previously, but again, if you are, especially if you're in the embroidery industry, this is a great show for you. So some of the tips that we have here would be, just to be prepared to be scanned. Every booth that you go to, somebody at the booth will actually be asking, hey, can I see your badge? So make sure you have your badge displayed around your neck with your name, and it'll have a little barcode on. Oftentimes they'll have either a cell phone or a tablet of some sort, and they're going to ask to scan the badge, and that'll allow them to then receive your information, follow up with email, phone calls to make sure they're in touch with you, and they can provide you additional education and information after the show. So it's well worth your time to get scanned. So take your registration. You can also use it at the kiosks there. Be sure that your info is accurate, though, so you get what you're requesting. Make sure you have a appropriate phone number, name, address, email address, any specific information you want to be displayed, so that way when we do follow up with you, we know exactly the right information or the right email address to send the information to, or right phone number, etc. One of the biggest tips that we can provide is that we are going to be giving you the best prices on any of the specials all year long at these shows. The specials that we have on our heat presses, for example, they are geared solely for the attendees of these shows. We're never going to sell the heat presses for anything less than what we would classify as the cash and carry at the show. Now, it doesn't mean necessarily you have to pay cash and carry it out the door, per se. Now, that will actually be if you do buy a floor model, though, for example. Now, the specials, though, are available for everybody for the heat presses, and those do include free shipping. But if you do happen to come in and you want to buy one of the floor models that we're displaying, and these are all brand new heat presses right out of the box from Hotronics, we will actually make you the best possible offer we can make. Rock bottom price compared to buying a brand new one, so it's a really great deal. But again, the show specials that we have are going to be considerable savings. I know last year the average customer that bought a heat press from our show, the package deals we had, they saved anywhere from $500 to $750 off the list price. Oftentimes the heat presses will come with multiple lower interchangeable platens. So for example, what's pictured here on the right, we have the Hotronics Auto Open Clam 16 by 20. And then we also have in the middle there the Fusion IQ, which happened to be the heat press of the year in 2018. To the right of that, we have the Hotronics Auto Open Clam Cap Press. So all of these machines do have the option of the lower platen to be interchangeable. So you can take that off and put something on to do single sleeves and legs. You can do can coolers. You can do hat bills, tote bags. There's all kinds that we have. And you can go right to transferexpress.com, look at our heat presses. We do have a whole section for the different platens that we can discuss, and there are some specials, so I encourage you to check that out when you have some time. We also have at Transfer Express, we do have our, especially for people that are getting started, as well as existing customers, it's a really good deal to update every year, our Transfer Express Easy Prints Marketing Kit. What's nice about that is it does come with 30 full-size heat transfers for you to then display to your customers. It will also come with a customized idea book. So on the front, it will say your name. Inside that idea book, we do show you our templates that are available on our EasyView Online Designer, where we have over 7,500 customizable templates. over 11,000 clip arts for you to choose. And then in addition, you also receive several other items, but this is just an overview. You get a color selector, which is nice because then you can see the exact color of our stock plastisol inks as opposed to looking at a computer screen. So those are discounted considerably from when you buy them online. Now, it's still a good deal online at the $49 price today, but at the show, it will be less, and be a lot less on the shipping as well. So definitely check that out. Stop by, get the best deal possible. Some other tips. Can't stress enough the importance of this number one bullet point here. Wear comfortable shoes. You will be walking a lot. So very long hours on your feet. Casual dress is entirely appropriate, especially for these shows, because a lot of them are about printed apparel. So absolutely wear your t-shirts. I was at a trade show in Fort Worth, Texas, just this past October, and I saw a lot of apparel decorators there that were coming with their own custom-made shirts, advertising their business, which was great because then they could show us their designs and they had something about their business on them. A lot of Fort Worth was really popular for glitter, so there was a lot of glitter down in Fort Worth this year, and it was really nice to meet the customers and see their apparel. So wheeled bags, very good to have. They can save you a lot of energy. So you can, as you go booth to booth and you're loading up on pamphlets and different free samples of vinyl, screen printed heat transfers from Transfer Express. A lot of vendors or a lot of the exhibitors are going to give you a free t-shirt, or they're going to give you a free cap, something along those lines. I know at the PPAI, a lot of promotional products. You'll come home with a lot of pens, a lot of notebooks and water bottles, all kinds of things. You want to have something to carry that with you. So a wheeled bag is highly recommended. Now, many of these shows, though, they do not allow children due to safety. There's a lot of equipment going around. So you're going to see these large carousel screen printing machines. You're going to see really expensive high heat dryers for the screen printing as well. You're going to have the direct to garment machines. I've been to some of the shows where you have a direct to garment machine that's $500,000 and it's the size of a small house. So again, this equipment is operating. There's a lot of activity. The last thing they want is for the potential for a safety issue to arise with maybe a child that's unattended, or they get loose and they run and they get injured. So however, I have been to shows where I have seen potential for children to come that are age 12 and up. Just to be safe, though, we do recommend to go to the website of that particular show and check the requirements. And you can use an exhibitor list to plan your must-sees, which is nice. So if you only have an opportunity to go for one of the 2 days, highly recommend to get the exhibitor list at the show. You can also get it right online, print it out. You can get a printed copy at the show and find out which vendors you want to see. And hopefully Transfer Express installs are on your list. We definitely want to see you. So circle us, highlight us, come see us, please. So stop by our booth. Like I said before, we'll be more than happy to have you actually press your very own free t-shirt. So when you come to our booth, oftentimes we're going to have our 16 by 20 auto open clam heat press there from Hotronix, or the Hotronix Fusion, or both, as well as the cap press at some of the shows. More than happy to let you use those and make your own shirt right then and there. Oftentimes we'll have our goof-proof transfers, which are applied in 4 seconds, so really, really quick, and you can walk away with a free t-shirt. We definitely want to see you in an upcoming trade show. So please, again, go to transferexpress.com, lower left-hand corner, company, events, click on that. All the shows are listed, and make arrangements to come see us. Now, our next webinar is going to be January 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be the what's new from Transfer Express for you in 2020. So we definitely hope you attend that. Want to thank everybody for attending. If you have any more questions, please stay in touch. So we are here to help you grow your business. That's our number one priority. If you win, we win. It's a win-win situation. Please email us at info@transferexpress.com. Read and subscribe to our blog at blog.transferexpress.com. Watch our videos, previous webinars at transferexpress.com/webinars, or you can just go to the Help Center, upper right-hand corner of our screen of transferexpress.com, and you click on the Help Center. There's lots of educational materials and links to videos there. Definitely visit our website, transferexpress.com. Visit us at trade shows. Connect with us on social media. We do have 2 Facebook groups, one called Easy Prints Dealers and another one that's through Stalls called the Heat Print for Profit. So definitely sign up for those. Lots of information, even if you never post yourself. You'll find out a plethora of info every day from those sites or those groups. Contact us at phone at 1-800-622-2280. We are here Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We do have a live chat feature, upper right-hand corner of your computer screen, transferexpress.com. We're here through live chat from 7:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or, of course, you can fax us, email us, however you'd like to get in contact us. We're always more than happy to help you. So, again, thank you for attending, and we look forward to seeing you again really soon. Thank you.